This is emphasizing the need for a multi-channel approach to leverage multiple revenue models like ad-supported, subscription-supported, download-to-own licensing that can lead to maximized earnings and sustainable business models. That supports content owners, content distributors, and consumer product merchandisers. You need to fully manage the content to consumer products lifecycle. Our comprehensive end-to-end suite supports multiple facets of business problems across the media supply chain.
All of that is very well designed with UI5 screens and apps, and this allows your users to essentially manage the content lifecycle in the SAP system. So now that means that you are getting excellent visibility into your costs, into your revenues as well. And of course, there's a lot of automation of all the processes around the content lifecycle with no need to actually do anything manually. Of course, everything is powered by SAP's unique and revolutionary database called HANA, which speeds up processing to the point that you really don't need data warehouses anymore. So as you can see, on the left side are all the financial processes that are connected to the rights engine. And essentially, as soon as you know what rights you will need to be, contracting for, and then of course, creating all the processes for settling against, those are very important, right? And I think, as we mentioned earlier, everything is integrated into one system. And of course, we have regular back and forth integration with the rights management system.
The core, really, of media and entertainment company is understanding your inventory, what you could do with it, and the associated management of, after something's been exploited, the associated financial management. So the synergies are 100% there across content financials and the rights management side by RSG Media. Now let's start it in the very beginning. Content acquisition. Our rights management platform, Rights Logic, our V4 platform, RSG Rights, has the contracts where a deal is done and we know what content is coming in. However, when content comes in, that's coming through a technical system, maybe a content management system, for example. So the content registration is where the systems meticulously log rights information and marrying production details with essential metadata to form the backbone of how content is processed throughout the ecosystem. But this importantly also has an impact on audience analytics. All of these, of course, are all related. Now, as we move from content registration to rights in, these are where the rights are being associated to an asset, and we understand what we can do for where to air it, how to exploit it, and that's where the preparation for the content and all that magic happens to encode, ingest, and store the media and make it ready for actual play out and trafficking. As we go through the journey, there's many things that we will be doing with content, whether it's actually using it on our networks or potentially even licensing out. The great thing for our rights management platform is that all the associated workflows are nicely integrated and coupled with rights. So if you're going to air it on linear, all of those rights are pre-validated ahead of time. Then, and if we're going to be licensing it, the order management and workflow and orchestration ensure seamless operations, ensuring the content is prepared, packaged, transcoded without any hitches, whether it's ready for playout or licensing. Finally, when it comes to the payment, royalty, amortization management, any financial ERP integration, we ensure that this process is accounted for. And when it comes to the audience engagement, that information is there, and there's a feedback loop to the beginning of the food chain for the folks who are doing the actual acquisition or licensing of content, understanding not just performance, but understanding who is what content should I be acquiring? Is it dramas? Is it a reality TV series? What types of movies should I be acquiring? So that that content fits with that audience of interest. All of this comes together very nicely in this kind of end-to-end ecosystem to manage the complexities in the media landscape, from content acquisition, financial management, to audience analytics.
As you can see, at each stage, there are financial transactions, right? So, even things like the production master. So we can have, once the content has been acquired or it has been capitalized, we have the production master data in the SAP system, and we share it with all other systems, including the rights management system. You might look at cash planning or liquidity planning based on when the cash is going to come in versus when it's going out. And in the SAP system, then you can do up to 6 months positions. You can do even long-term, analytics for what kind of financing you need. And then you can also do profitability analysis to determine, what's the impact going to be of a single property, a single, media content on your overall profitability. And then you can understand exactly where things are changing from plan, so you can monitor the variations from the plan and maybe even try to control this or adjust the plan to match whatever you're doing. And of course, the financial close is in SAP. So once again, with the new system, with S/4HANA, we can speed that up. And the questions that are raised around specific content, whether it's capitalization questions or it is, amortization questions, any kind of cost or revenue questions, they can be answered very, very simply and clearly so that you can close your books pretty quickly.